Howdy folks, it's Donald Ward McCarthy here with 311 Realty, bringing you your update for the Toronto or the Greater Toronto Area, our general update for February of 2023. So quite an interesting month, as I mentioned last month as well, that we had, even from the 2nd or 3rd of January, we saw quite a bit of activity with our listings, stuff that we tried to sell in December. We put it on the market early January, it sold very quickly. So that told me at that moment that the buyers, the sentimentality or the psychology of the buyer shifted. Christmas time with family, new year, new goals for that year, and all that stuff. Life goes on kind of sentiment was my take on it, and we definitely saw that on steroids for February, or that perception, let's say, or opinion of what was happening that came through. So let's have a quick look at our supply and demand and what happened. So here's our demand from January 2023 to February. We saw that's actually a 54% increase in demand, okay? Whereas supply only increased by 9%. So again, just that same problem we've had here for years, supply problem. And of course, that created a price increase of 5%, up to about $1,095,000 on average for real estate prices. That's the whole kit and caboodle. That's condos, houses, detached semis, all the whole lot mixed in together. $1,095,000, whereas last July, so this is what we're going to talk about now, kind of pricing and my take on where the market might be going. When we look at this price chart, we say, okay, so $1,095,000, that's where we were in February. What were we last July? We were actually only a couple of percent below that. I think it was $1,034,000 or something like that when I checked earlier on. But really, since July, we kind of have flatlined in prices, up a month, down another the next month. And despite the fact that the majority of our rate increases occurred from July, almost, I would say, 3/4 of our rate increases that we experienced last year in interest rates occurred after that July point. Yet our market stayed stable. Tight supply. There was still demand, despite the fact that all the buyers sat back, or a lot of buyers definitely took a sideline, wanted to see where the prices might go after this. So what do I foresee coming up? It's not going to be insane, even though we're seeing multiple offers in the market currently. I'm finding that my old formula, if 7 people were offering, or if 15 people were offering, I had a little formula that I could kind of calculate where the property might end up selling. And I've had to kind of adjust that formula to today, even though we are seeing 7 and 10 plus offers on some properties, it's not as the increase in price, or the increment per offer is not the same as it was. So people are still being a little bit cautious. So I don't expect prices to be taking off crazily, particularly in these high interest rate environments. And we're being told that likely if everything with interest rates continues to subside, we get that under control down towards inflation of about 2%, then that's likely environment when we'll see rates change. So nothing expected from that perspective this year. The big unknowns here are global issues, of course, the war in Ukraine, even recent political instances with China, supply chain issues, of course, that could be connected with the food supply in the Ukraine and all that stuff. So all those aside, and if things hold firm there, likely we're going to hold rates even this year. Prices won't go nuts. We've definitely seen an increase in demand. Supply will start to increase through the springtime. Not much in regards to people hoping for delinquencies. Lots of delinquencies in the pipeline. Very, very minimal. In my opinion, the banking system here is very sound. We're not going to see a huge instance of that. So there you have it, folks. There's my update on the GTA, just general economic update in real estate for Toronto for February of 2023. It's Donald Ward McCarthy here with 311 Realty Group. If you're planning on doing anything this year, buying or selling, investing, a move, we would love to just connect with you, just see how we might help you. Use us as a sounding board, etc., etc. Thanks so much. Over and out.